Exercise number 2. They are still sleeping. So in exercise number 2, we are start thinking about actual tuba language. And let's face for the fact, in any brass instrument, we need tongue to start note clearly. Yes, we can start a note without using tongue, but it's not really ideal. It's not very common, not really practical. So the first step is you have to come up with your own syllable using tongue. It might be ta, it might be da, it might be something else. The important thing is it might be different from your spoken language. It might be different from your teacher's language. It might be different from what the textbook says. You just have to come up with your own syllable by making this happen. The another thing is you have to pay close attention to the release of the note. In exercise number 1, I use the syllable palm, palm, palm. M or N at the end. The problem with M or N is it's gonna close off everything. And by doing that, or by thinking that, you have to face two major problems. Changing oral capacity, changing oral shape will result in changing the color at the end of the note, changing the intonation at the end of the note. And also, as soon as you start thinking about M or N at the end, what you're doing is you're dumping the vibration. If we talk about violin player, string player, any string player, or the piano player, it is like you're doing dumping string after you pluck each note, or dumping string after you play keyboard. Unless they're playing very modern piece, you don't see them doing it, right? And we don't want to do it either. Our goal is to make this vibrate at the maximum level to deliver our sound at the end of the concert hall. So by using M or N, it's gonna dump the vibration. You want to come up with some sort of syllable that you don't have to change your oral shape or your oral capacity. In my case, I think TAH, ta, ah. It's not changing, right? And the problem by changing syllable from pan, tang to ta or pa, ta, tang is when you're singing with N, people think the sound ends here. This line is the moment that you change syllable. Actually, the sound is still going on after you change syllable. Palm. I can show you on this. Palm, palm, palm. See? So what's gonna happen when you change the syllable to AH is, and if you don't don't pay attention to the release of the notes, what's gonna happen is this entire end section will be missing. So basically, you're losing one of the important portion of the language. So basically, you have to do it with two elements. Our goal is to think, to come up with the way that you can get the same result with whatever the syllable using your tongue and open cavity, open shape, and get the same result that you're doing from the exercise number 1. And you can practice this by using this. Let me try. Pom pom pom, ta ta ta. Compared to pom pom pom, my ta is way shorter, isn't it? So I have to come up with the way that I can make this close to this. Okay. Pom pom pom, ta ta ta. It's gotten a little bit closer. Actually, the first one looks pretty similar. Pom pom pom, ta ta ta. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting better, I think. I think I need a little bit more release. Pom, excuse me. Pom pom pom, ta ta ta. Not really. Pom pom pom, ta ta ta. Yeah, it's getting close enough. I can do better job, but this is how you want to practice. By doing this exercise, you start thinking about how you want to treat these 3 elements that makes up the Tuba language, and by bringing your close attention to these 3 elements, it's gonna change your playing a big time. Once you get used to make this happy, next step is the buzz on the mouthpiece, which I'm not doing today. And then after that, this. So under this unusual situation, I know a lot of people have limited access to the practice space or even an instrument. And most of the American university went into online instruction. And I know your teacher is trying their best to make the online lesson as productive as possible, as effective as possible. But hey, it's not the same. And I know every penny that you're paying for your tuition is valuable. So while you have limited access to the practice room, practice space, or instrument, you can start develop your concept. So once we get back to our normal lesson, you can use your practice time or the lesson hours as productive as possible. uh, Rather than just bringing in the problem like, hey, my articulation sucks, I need a help on it. If you can bring in like, hey, I have a problem with my articulation in such and such, I want to do this but I can't, somehow I can't do it, would you help me to make it work like in this way? It's going to make your um, after the stay at home order hour much more productive, I think. um, Thank you very much watching this, and they're still sleeping, so I think I prove that it won't bother anybody in, at least in my family member. Thank you.